It's that time again when everyone is jolly. It's that time again when the halls are decked with holly. It's that time again, and I'm in love again, and all I want is you around my arms this Christmas. It's that time again for all the little children and their smiles again, like angels straight from heaven. It's that time again, and I'm in love again, and all I want is you around my arms this Christmas.
Hi humans, so as you know we like to focus on the creative types up and coming in Weston Supermare. Today we are joined by a young man with an old soul. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to introduce you to Marvin The Jazzman.
Hello everybody, how are you? You right?
This is Humans Marvin. So Marvin, if you want to start the show by telling the humans a little bit about yourself.
Yes, so my name is Marvin Monaghan, traditionally, aka Marvin The Jazzman, and I'm not from Weston, believe it or not. I'm from London, and I came to Weston Supermare in 2014 to study popular music at Weston College. Since then, my confidence has grown, my thinking methods has grown, my technique has developed. I've established so many contacts, and so many things have just fallen into my lap as a result of creating opportunities and just getting out there, doing the best I can, and just living life, really. Very happy to be here. I'm actually in the process of recording a Christmas song I wrote about 3 years ago. It was the first song I ever wrote. It's called It's That Time Again, and it was the first song that publicly gained recognition. That kind of like stirred up that confidence in me to actually go out there and write my own songs as opposed to doing songs by other people. So 3 years down the line, I'm going to do it again, hopefully do it better this time, and we'll see what happens.
Great, fantastic. I want to start further to that, where your musical inspirations come from.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
well,
so
my musical inspirations, I've got a whole list of them, you can see. But in terms of singing, my main inspirations are Frank Sinatra, Tony Bennett, Ella Fitzgerald, Nat King Cole, who I really adore so much, Nat King Cole, and Sammy Davis Jr., to more unknown people such as Billy Eckstine, Earl Bailey, Billie Holiday. I draw influences from a lot of classic jazz singers.
I feel that.
And in terms of composing, there is one songwriting team that I really admire. They're long gone now, but they went by the names of Sammy Kahn and Jimmy Van Heusen.
Okay.
They wrote a lot of songs for Frank Sinatra, such as Come Fly With Me, Tender Trap. But they were like to Sinatra what Libra and Dollar were to Elvis, essentially. Like, great songwriting team.
You know your stuff.
Yeah, well, research as well.
Yeah, good.
Research is very important in what I do, because if I am going to call myself the young man with an old soul, I've got to do my research and actually know what I'm doing, so I can actually apply that to my work and make it authentic as possible.
Okay, let's talk about that work then. What other things have you been involved with your musical talent?
Well, I've been involved in a lot of things. I don't know if you watched me earlier this year. I was on The Voice earlier this year. I didn't get past the audition stage. Yeah, I was actually on the Voice this year. It was a very brief appearance.
Okay.
The whole nation watched me fall on my backside.
Oh no, not at all.
But that was funny though.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're going to see us rise.
yes, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. That's like the song, pick yourself up, dust yourself off and start all over again.
I hear you, brother, I hear you.
So this song was called Sing Sing Sing, and I sang it in front of the judges. They didn't turn around, but I met them and they encouraged me, and they wished me well, which was great. Since that was broadcast on television back in February, I got a lot of work out of it. I was included on a tour which just finished recently, The Magic of the Musicals, and that featured many musical theatre stars such as Julie Atherton, Danielle Hope, Christopher Ragland, and many, many more. The Midlands Academy of Musical Theatre as well, they were there as well.
Congratulations.
And it was great, it was great. I was only there for 3 shows.
That's enough.
But it was a great experience, really great experience. I'm still trying to get used to the stuff of like stage left and stage right. I was going off the stage like different times and stuff like that, you know. But it's all an experience for me.
Absolutely.
You know, I've always dreamt of being on the stage doing what I do, and this was like kind of like my first glimpse of what my potential career could be like.
So how old are you now?
I was 21 a few weeks ago.
Oh, congratulations!
So,
Happy birthday.
Yes, I'm not getting young anymore.
You'll always be that young man.
Yeah.
Okay, so where did your musical roots come from? So we talked about your influences and what you've been involved in.
Yeah.
Your musical roots.
Okay, so I come from a very musical family. Now, when I say musical, we don't brag about it as much, but we are. Apart from my father, he's more of a logical guy.
Okay.
But I do come from a very musical family. So my grandfather, is a singer. He's retired now. He's 84 now. Great guy. I only met him about 2 years ago.
Okay.
No, 4 years ago. Actually, 4 years ago, and it was a great experience for me. Because we sang together for the first time as well at Open Mic Night, and that was very nice. We sang a Nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. It was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. He also sang at my mum's 50th birthday last year as well, which is lovely to do.
Magical experience.
Very magical experience. So he was my main experience. I always grew up with him, seeing because I spent all that time without him.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a picture of him back in his day with a microphone in his hand, with shades on, looking like Ray Charles. That was like the image I grew up with him, and then finally meeting him was extraordinary. And then my mum was actually a choir singer back in the 80s, and she still sings whenever she's cleaning or she's cooking or she's watching TV. She's great stuff. And then my little sister, she's the youngest. She plays violin occasionally and plays guitar, but she's also a dancer as well. So she's played in like musical theatre plays at her secondary school as well. She played Pepper in Annie.
What a lucky opportunity.
Great stuff. And also my second oldest brother does voice acting and composing for film, video games and anime as well.
What a family.
And yes, and it gets even more better. My oldest brother is a gospel music producer, singer-songwriter, and he's the musical director at my church back in London, Parish Christian Centre.
Oh, wow.
And I sing with that choir as well.
Which does lead me to my next question. You
Yes.
are a church boy.
Yes, I am.
So we get a little bit like gospel in your soul,
Yes,
don't we? We hear that when we listen to you sing.
Well, I think the best way to learn singing, like popular singing, is from the church, because you learn technique, you get used to singing to the crowd on a regular basis, because that's something I had to overcome as well. When I first joined the choir for the first time in my church, I was conscious people were looking at me. There was one woman, I'm not going to mention her name, but she was like, had eyes like this, like beady eyes looking at me. That's like, please don't do this to me. Please, this is my first performance. Please be kind. You know what I mean? But after a while, you just tend to phase out, and you know, I don't mean to be religious, but you connect with God a bit more, and you just ignore the crowd and you focus on Him. That way you're able to actually deliver a more stronger performance. It's the same when I'm doing my jazz as well on the stage, especially when the lights are turned down. It's very more intimate as well. I can actually connect with the crowd as well as ignore them if need be.
Yeah.
But a big part of what I do is actually bringing happiness to people, bringing joy to people. I've had people come up to me, for example, recently it was my friend's 60th birthday party, and we threw a massive big band night for him at the Imperial. And at the end of the first half, a guy came from Scotland, and he said, "You know what? Up until now, I hadn't smiled since January, and you've brought so much joy to my life in that one moment and all those months. I'm like, it wasn't a paid gig, but for me, that was even worth more than money. Because I love, you know, making people happy, making people smile, and just, you know,
yeah, you've got great talent, doesn't? Yeah, that's amazing.
You know, what I'm able to do, I've also performed with the National Youth Jazz Orchestra as well. I did a gig with them in Bristol a few months back, and I'm able to command the audience, like bring them to my attention, but not in a pretentious kind of way. I want to be able to entertain them, you know, but you know, if you feel what I'm trying to say, like connect with them and grab their attention, captivate them. You know.
I think you do that very well.
Yeah. Well, I'm developing. I'm not going to say I'm an expert, but you know, I'm still young, still learning, still perfecting my craft. And,
which brings me to my last question before we drop your social media links is Weston College and the uni campus. How has it broadened your talents?
Okay, so it's broadened my confidence in particular. The first gig I did here was at the Ebden Arms in Well. Okay. And it was with a band called the Blue Horizon. I don't know if you've heard of them.
We are on the Blue Horizon back.
Oh, is it?
Chasing them down.
Oh, great, fantastic! Yeah, so they're a great band as well. And it was a student gig, and I was playing trumpet with them. Yeah. And I sang a few songs to them, but I was so nervous because I know some people were looking at me like they wanted to kill me. So like, you know, I just, for most of it, I had my eyes closed, and I was just singing to myself really. Yeah. In front of the crowd, I was singing to myself rather than singing to the crowd. But you know, with more performance workshops and with more food for thought and more room for development, I was able to nurture it. And this place has actually offered me so many opportunities. Good. Like, for example, they actually came, like, the Scouts for the Voice actually came to this campus to actually scout for people, and I put myself forward. I didn't know that they did that, but my tutor at the time called me up saying, "Marvin, some of the Scouts from the Voice are here. Come along anyway. It might not gain anything, but you never know." You never know, brother. So I came, and you know, it's live to tell the tale. Yeah, live to tell the tale.
Okay, then before we do round up the last, I want you to do a quick social media link where the humans of Weston and anybody else in the world can find out a little bit more about you.
All right, well, humans, my YouTube is Marvin The Jazzman. My Twitter is at Marv The Jazzman. Ignore the at end. There's no room for that. So it's at Twitter at Marv The Jazzman, and my Facebook is facebook.com/Marvin The Jazzman. I'm also on Reverb Nation. I'm also on Spotify and iTunes as well. My latest single is Once Again, which was featured on the radio, BBC Bristol Radio, a few weeks ago. But yeah, that's it really. We're all over that. Thank you ever so much, Martin. At Marvin. Marvin. I know, where did that come from? I get called also. I get called Alvin. I get called, you know. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to wrap it up there. That's how for now. Congratulations. Peace. We got that.